Hello everyone and welcome to your weekend preview here on Panthers TV with me, Sam Hurst, yet again following another 4-point weekend for the Nottingham Panthers. However, we do go again this weekend. On Saturday, we are at home to the Guildford Flames, and on Sunday, away to the Cardiff Devils. Let's kickstart our preview by chatting to your head coach, Danny Stewart.
Danny Stewart joins us on Panthers TV here. Danny, just let's touch back on last weekend. Two very different wins. Obviously, you had to grind that one out in Manchester. A bit more free-flowing against Fife. How do you reflect on those another 4 points?
Yeah, two different type of wins. I think in Manchester I don't think we were exactly at our best, but we grinded it out. We found a way. We squandered, I think it was 3 leads there, but then found a way in OT. And again, not an easy building to go to. I think Manchester, regardless of their standing in the table, I think they're a good team. They work hard. They got a goalie that can win them a hockey game, and so to start that weekend off with 2 tough points was good and set us up for Fife. And look, I think Fife, the first period there, I think we got kind of caught up in a bit of a track meet. I think I said it in my earlier interview, and exposed ourselves a little bit and gave up a few great A's that we wouldn't want to give it up in the first period. But Bed stood tall for us there and kept the door shut, and then allowed us to kind of find our feet in the game and get back to playing our style of game. I think second and third we took over the game and played the way we wanted to play.
At the moment, you're getting scoring from all through the lineup. Just how important is that for a team to be successful?
Yeah, massively. I think it's been a big difference. I think we're that top line of Kontos and Foss and Sam's given us a couple every night recently, and then on top of that, you're getting the secondary scoring. Hugo's finding the back of the net, Deeds, Otto now, and Kelso's line, and it's massive. I think for me, it's the difference between the wins and the losses, really, and all those 1-goal games that maybe we gave up kind of early in the season. And that's gone the other way because you're getting that secondary scoring and that depth. So long may it continue.
Guildford on Saturday, where do you feel their biggest strengths are?
The speed. I think every coach would say the same thing with that. They play fast. They play a bit free at times, but they're dangerous. Got a lot of good hockey players there, a lot of skill. And they're going to play really fast. So if you don't manage the puck, they're going to get on the wrong side of you and get inside you and punish you. So they're a good team. They got a good goaltending duo there in McAdam and Pupski, and good deep core as well. So certainly going to say it every weekend. You're going to have to be at your best.
And Cardiff as well, probably the best team in the Elite League at the moment. That's what the table shows. Where do you think their strengths are?
I think they're kind of more well-rounded. I think deep with their scoring ability, deep with their back end. They've got good goaltending there. I think they've got 3 of them now, and just deep all through the roster. And whether they're missing 2 or 3 guys there, they got 5-6 GB internationals, so they're deep, and I think that's probably their biggest strength, that they can just come at you for the most part with 4 very quality lines and 3 deep pairings that are top quality as well. So a team who's got good special teams, good structure, and again, once we get through Guildford, we'll have to turn our attention to that in the cup. Big game for us, and again, another night we'll have to be at our best.
You mentioned the cup. Obviously, a point I think gets you into the semi-finals automatically, and then a win obviously would get you there. A regulation time loss means you'd probably have to go through the play-in. How important do you place on the Challenge Cup? You were obviously within touching distance of automatically being in the semi-finals.
Massive importance. I mean, for me, there's 3 trophies to win, and they're all equally as important. And we've put ourselves in a good spot in the cup, and certainly comes down to, do you want an extra game or not? And we don't. We want to go there and win a hockey game and book our ticket into the semifinal.
Obviously, this starts the busy period. 21st you play, of course, 22nd, 26th, 28th, 31, and then 1st of Jan. How do you manage the players like that? I mean, all teams are going to have it, but how do you manage their fitness in a period like this?
Well, I think certainly our depth helps us. We're getting bodies back now with Cooper back in the lineup, and then Tim's got the green light this week to train, and if everything goes well, he'll be back in the lineup. So we're getting bodies back, so that allows us to be deep during this stretch, which is hugely important. And then again, just taking care of the bodies, finding the right times to kind of give the guys a mental or a physical day, and then your practices are few and far between during this stretch, but so you got to maximize what you get out of your practices, and then I'd say it's a big thing in the league over the course of the season, but especially during this Christmas stretch, you got to stay healthy. It certainly helps, and I think going into the stretch, we want to continue the form that we're on and play good hockey this weekend going into that, so you're not chasing games going into that stretch.
And just finally, you've got a new netminder, Jason Grande's come in this week. Just tell me a bit about him and what attracted the club to him.
Just young, good point in his career. Had his past 2 seasons, very, very strong seasons in college hockey in the States, and got into a bit of a bad situation there in Slovakia, and fortunately for us, we were able to get him out of there, and a guy that's going to help us protect beds and give us a quality secondary guy, and give us a chance to win as well. So just mentioned the amount of games during the Christmas stretch, and then beyond that, I think right after Christmas there we got the 3-3 in Belfast and Dundee. So having that extra guy is going to be huge, and not only making us better, but a little bit deeper as well.
And we are getting in the festive spirit here at the Nottingham Panthers, with this Saturday's game being the first of our festive fixtures in December, being our winter whiteout night, hopefully continuing our winning ways. So let's chat to one of our very own who scored not 1 but 2 goals in last Saturday night's game, Kristoff Kontos.
Kristoff, on a great run of form at the moment, 7 wins in the past 8. Just how fun is it playing hockey right now?
You look at what it was, I guess, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and the difference in the room and the demeanor is just so much better. So it's always fun winning, and we're having a great time, especially with the holidays around the corner. So it's been good so far.
One thing the guys said, even though you were losing games, you had that strong bond and obviously stuck together. Was that key maybe when you had a bad stretch of form that you did stick together, that you're now in a position that you've turned it around a bit?
Yeah, we stuck together. We knew that a slump like that doesn't last forever, and we'd eventually get out of it. Obviously having a run like we're having now has kind of put us back on top, which is helped us out a lot. So we just want to keep rolling and keep having fun.
I know hockey's a matter of small bounces. In some of those games you lost early in the season, only by a goal, could have been a bounce here, a bounce there. But do you think there's something different that's happening for the team now that's giving you this momentum?
It's hard to say. Those bounces can go either way, a lot of the time. But I think, with good goaltending, and then obviously everybody buying in, and missing a few bodies, a few key guys, and everyone's had to kind of step up. And I think that's been a big part of it. So, like I said, we're just trying to keep winning, keep rolling, and obviously do as well as we can.
And what about the atmospheres at home recently? You've been getting some big performances at home, and the crowd have been roaring you on. How important has that been for a dressing room?
Oh, it's been amazing. Obviously the turnout we had this weekend was huge, and to help some of the guys out that went through what they did last year is big, and I think it's just made us a bigger family, and obviously that's contagious in winning, and it's been helped us out so far. So.
Just looking ahead now, Saturday starts a busy stretch where it feels like you're playing every other day practically. How much do you enjoy that time at the festive season? Obviously, I'm sure you'd like to be celebrating like the rest of us, but at the same time, being with your teammates and playing a lot of hockey must be fun as well.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Like we have the guys that are here by themselves, or their wives or girlfriends are here, and they don't have their families and that. So we're kind of like the family away from their family. So it's good to have us around, and we're at the rink every day. So it's busy, and it keeps guys engaged. And obviously we want to keep winning and keep doing everything we've been doing. But it's the holidays are the biggest part of the year for us, and it's the most fun. So hopefully we can put a couple stretches or games together here.
I'm jumping the gun a bit here because you've got a couple of games this weekend, but on the horizon you've got those 2 games against Sheffield. I'm sure guys have talked about how special they are. They're both sold out. How much are you looking forward to that?
Obviously you look forward to playing them any time, but I think we haven't really touched on it yet. We've got a couple games we're focused on right now, but I think obviously those are the big ones. I think everyone's got circled on their calendar, so hopefully we can have a good game against them like we did last time, and keep it rolling.
Brilliant. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
So yet another busy weekend for the Nottingham Panthers. Of course, on Sunday we are away to the Cardiff Devils in the Challenge Cup, and if you can't make it to that game, don't worry, just head down to the Panthers official fan zone, the Blind Rabbit. Now on Saturday, of course, we are back at home at the Motorpoint Arena facing Guildford Flames. You can grab your tickets on panthers.co.uk. We would love to see as many of you guys there as possible in your white winter jerseys.